Jesus.
Get ready for the day. Ready for the day. We're going to burn some carbs today, buddy. Got me some donuts, a piece of pizza. It's going to be a long day today.
You're going to be in a mood, buddy, when you start crashing.
Crash?
I'm going to do this to you when you start getting in the mood.
I swear.
I swear. We're on a road trip.
Road trip. Today is hopefully the day that we get to do a real-time review on the Kent Trouvaille. Okay? We'll let you in on the particulars and how we are going to go about getting one. But Wolftick Nation, we're glad you guys are here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it, shall we?
Well, I'm going to get on the road before I start messing with that.
Flop.
Get off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolftick Nation, we're back in the pickup truck because we are on a road trip. We've got the Trouvaille, the Kent Trouvaille, in the back of the pickup truck right now. Trouvaille. And one of is a part of the Wolftick Nation. His name is Dustin, and Dustin, or Gary, or Bob, he let Wolfman know, emailed him and said, hey man, I know after the ramp video, he said after you put your ramp video out, I started looking around, and man, I found a Kent Trouvaille. They said that they have it in stock at my local Walmart. What do you think? I'm willing to go purchase that bike. You guys can bring yours and we can get swapped out. I know it's a ways away. Gas prices are a little high right now. So we said, Dustin, that would be freaking awesome, man. We would appreciate you doing that for us. And we're fixing to do the old swap-a-roo. And guys, also on today's episode, we're going to be doing the real-time review on the Kent, if everything goes well.
Okay, that fork, oh, I'm using up a lot of that travel.
It's still in the box, so let's just keep on trucking, man, and let's get after it. I'm excited about it, and I'm really hoping that there's no issues with it, you know? Hey, what's up, Dustin? I'm doing good, man. I just want to let you know we're 16 miles out of Fort Smith. Okay, does that sound good? Okay, yeah. We got punched in the GPS, so hopefully we can get there without any issues. Okay, if we go to Oklahoma, we've gone too far. Okay. All right, man. Yep, we'll see you in a few. Thank you. Alright guys, well we made it. We're at Dustin's place and here is the Kent. Well, I'm hoping that's what's inside the box. Now I want to point out something.
We're not saying anything.
Yeah, now when we're talking about the derailleur hopefully being in the exact same condition, well a different condition, right? Not bent at all, but look.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is right. I think that's right on the rear wheel, so hopefully our damage was more back here. So I'm hoping that this right here is not going to be an issue at all. Maybe the hub and all that will still be in good shape, but I'll tell you what, I don't know if I'm getting stronger, but this thing does not fill, what was it, 34 pounds?
I just looked at the back of the truck. It's not a heavy bike.
Let's cut this sucker open and let's cross our fingers that there's no damage to it, okay? 1 second.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
3,
You're gonna go solo.
1. There she is. All right. All right, just to make sure we're running the 30.4. Everybody was questioning that. Yes, it's a 30.4. And again, guys, if you have not watched the initial impressions video, make sure you guys go check that out. We actually spec this bike out, okay? Now the last thing, let's get this thing, let's turn it your way. Okay, let's see if this derailleur is in good shape.
Oh, it looks better right off the bat. I can tell you it looks a lot better.
It looks a lot better. Good. All right, that's where that damage was right here on the box. But I think that little padding that they put in there actually saved it. Okay. Well, guys, let's get this bike built up and then off to Hot Springs to do the real-time review. Awesome. Again, I just want to thank Dustin for hooking us up with this and getting his hands on a bike and kind of doing the homework and the footwork for us. But very cool. All right, let's get it built up. All right, guys, well, we got the bike all built up, and time to do a shift test before we do the real-time review, just for old time's sake, just to see. Yeah, we're riding it regardless. Yeah. But let's do this shift test.
All right, get on the pedal. Get on the pedal.
Well, scoot back there so you get the whole shot in.
You're gonna do two things at once?
I do two things at once.
Oh, this is scary.
All right, so we are in first and Dork disc gear. You see that? It keeps on popping off of there.
That's not
a good thing there's a Dork disc on there.
Yeah, but let's do just an adjustment so far.
Yeah, that could be just the high tension. All right, so let me shift.
So you might not be climbing in first.
Okay, there's second.
Okay, well, so second is a little less Dork disc.
Yeah, we're in first on second. Third.
So it's third, second. Oh,
third's third.
It's kind of third and a half.
Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth.
Well, one thing is it is about 1,000 times better than the last one.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, Wolf Tech Nation, are you guys ready to do a real-time review finally on the 29er medium, right? Rider's 6 foot and up, whatever the hell it is.
The stand-up was a little rough.
Yeah. Let's do it, man. Let's take it out to Hot Springs. Let's go to the Cat's Meow, everybody's favorite test track. Let's go out there, guys.
Let's road trip to it.
Coming in from the bridge today, and here we go, guys. Real-time review, the Kent on the Cat's Meow Loop. Trouvaille, we're just gonna call it the Kent today, okay? Now let's talk about a few things I'm actually excited about, okay? Number one, I'm excited about these tires, the CFT, they call rabbits or something like that. My seat is spinning right now. The CSTs, I'm excited about them because they're way more of a mountain bike tread, and I don't think we've had that style of tread on this channel yet. Now they are 29 by 2.4, so my little tire test area been very dry out, so I'm looking forward to seeing how good they track. One thing also that this bike has, right, it's got the XCM30 fork on it. Now there was somebody in the comments saying, you made a really good point. I made a mistake in saying that this is the same fork that the GT Aggressor Pro comes with, but as a matter of fact, it's not. The one that the GT Aggressor Pro comes with, and that bike right now is like $579, $599. That bike's fork only has 2 knobs for preload for both stanchions. This fork here actually offers the lockout knob. And if you guys can see that down here, we're gonna lock it out because we are going up we're climbing here some incline. See if it helps any. And I do like having that option for the lockout, manual lockout in the fork. 100 millimeters of travel, I'm sure we're going to use that fork all the way up. And we'll get you guys a camera for that fork when we go down Cat's Meow. Now I'm really curious to see how this group set holds up. I love that it's got the free hub, right? $399. You're not gonna get that many bikes that compare with that price with a free hub as opposed to the free wheel. And this one here, I think the Axum is the only one that can actually compare with it. Maybe that and the XR Pro. XR Pro is a full suspension, but the Advent group set, it's a 1x9, and it's got an 11 to 42 tooth cassette on the rear. And I'm curious on the shifting because you guys seen the little shift test. It was jumping out of first on the opposite side where it should not have been. So I'm a little sketched about that. It doesn't have a viewing window, which is not very important to me when I ride. You guys all know that, but for the real-time reviews, it's extremely important because I have to know what gear I'm in. And if I think I am in first, or if I think I'm in second, but I'm actually in first, it is not gonna be a good day for me. I'm gonna start getting upset. And people might make the argument, man, well, you should really tune them in. Well, you guys know that we don't do that, at least the first ride, because we want you guys to see what
I mean, what you guys are gonna expect to buy. Most people aren't gonna know how to tune in a derailleur. Hell, I just barely learned. And that's been a lot of trial and error. So we're gonna run it just like it is. Everything's tight on the bike. I'll tell you something really dumb right now. That's not tight, is my chin strap. Let's talk about the riding position of the bike. You know what's nice about this is they've really thought about it with that stem. It's not a honking 90mm stem. That thing is so comfortable with these 760 bars. I am very impressed. We talked about initial impressions, how much it makes a huge difference, especially with the bike that might be a little bit bigger for you, and this one's a little bit bigger for me. How much it makes a difference when it comes to being able to actually maneuver the bike. And we're gonna figure that out. We're almost to it. The cat's meow. But as far as just little stuff and the responsiveness of the front of the bike, just being able to steer it and really feel the trail is very nice. Now, I think if they had gone 780 bars, it would have been a little bit too much. So they nailed it there, because the cockpit is not as big as you would think. Yeah, imagine that. For a 29er, it actually feels like a 27.5. I'm not over the bars too much. I'm directly a little less than on top of them. And it actually feels like I'm pretty slacked out of a riding position. But the climbing is easy with the 11 to 42 tooth. So we'll say going kind of back to the riding position, we're fixing to talk about this one by and something I'm not really digging about the crankset. The riding position does feel good, but if you guys remember, we were talking about the crank arms. They're 175 millimeters long, and I'll tell you guys what, it does make there is a difference there. Most people go, well, 5 millimeters is nothing, you know. I don't even know, it might be a quarter of an inch, but I'm really having to reach my legs on this, and it's making it uncomfortable to find a good spot. And for a short guy like me, I'm 5'5", it does make a difference, guys. I'm sitting up a little bit higher now. The seat's a lot more uncomfortable, and I'm kind of still having to reach with my tips of my toes. But what I really do enjoy, some of that clicking you guys are hearing right now is not the bike. It's actually one of my GoPro mounts. But something I'm enjoying is the one-by and the simplicity of the cockpit. The levers are reachable, right? Now, the brake levers, is there going to be brakes? No, there's not gonna be any brakes. I can squeeze these guys and there's nothing. So it's going to make for a very interesting ride going down the Cat's Meow. There's no brakes really, Pro Max. But when we do have brakes, the cool thing is this bike comes stock with a 180 front and a 160 rear millimeter rotor. So that's kind of cool. I have no clue. Is Kent going to hold up? I don't know. Guys, let's send this thing. Let's get to the Cat's Meow. Oh, let's get some water. And let's get this real-time review done with, shall we? All right, guys, standing room only. Here we go on the Kent. We're shifting okay. And I'm in 9th now. Again, we're gonna get some rattle. Oh, I think I'm in 9th. Okay, we're popping already. Try this rowing out here. She's rowing okay. With it being this medium style frame, I can actually row and control it okay, but I can't pedal. We're going fast. I can't pedal because my feet keep slipping off and that chain keeps popping. So I'm gonna have to kind of set down a little bit. Okay, that fork. Oh, I'm using up a lot of that travel. My feet again are slipped off. Oh, come on. Got some little pumps here. We got our tabletop action. No brakes. 2. Yo, buddy. Ooh, the hands have felt it. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a look at this thing. It was moving, buddy. All right, so we're at our stopping point. Let's take a look at the bike. I can't pedal. Something's going on with this group set. It went from shifting funky up here on the stand to shifting funky down here. So I'm gonna have to keep it in 8th gear, okay? The pedals right now, oh my God, they're so bad. I've got my Sandugo flats on and they're not sticking to those. So we have got to do something with these pedals immediately. The grips, on the other hand, those things actually feel pretty good, but we still got some trail to go. I want to talk about these forks. Look at that oil line right there. Can you guys see that? Oh, we've bottomed it out. So 100 millimeters of treble is definitely gone. Let's continue down the cat's meow. We got some tires to test out, baby. And we're gonna see if we can whip this little back end of this bike out. Oh. Spot between the trees up here. I'm hoping this chain doesn't continue in 8th gear. We're gonna get some air between these trees. Oh yeah. 31.8 millimeter bars. The diameter, that is, holding them okay. A little sketchy in the drops. We're getting loud in the back. I keep wanting to shift to 9th, but I can't. Okay. Wow, I can actually maneuver this thing between my legs. It's quite agile. I hope the tires stick. No brakes. Woo, yeah. Oh, again, no brakes. That's a little cut through. You guys never seen that before. Brakes are non-existent, but man, I can actually whip this thing around a little bit. Oh, tires are sticking good, man. I'm impressed with the tires, but this thing has now become a rattle trap. Oh, look at my turn they fixed for me. Wow. Mount Nebo must have sent them this way. Taco, baby. All right, man. She held up. There's a couple of things I want to talk about when we go back to the truck, but for the most part, I am happy with this thing. You know what's scary, guys? This is what kind of freaks me out when it comes to this bike. It feels so fast going down the cat's meow. And what I'm saying is I think this thing might be a contender for the time trial. Old Cheech, the mare in Bolinas Ridge 2, holds the title right now for the fastest bike on the cat's meow loop. And again, we don't stop on that trail. This thing was going so fast down that trail. I don't know if it came across great, but I was moving. I didn't even know it was at that freaking spot for me to stop and talk about it, man. It was moving so fast. 29ers, those tires did great. Let's go back up to the truck. Let's talk about it. It survived the cat's meow and it shined. It shined. Oh, ever let your light shine down? All right, guys. Well, there it is, the real-time review on the cat's meow. Heck of a fun run and heck of a fast ride. I think this thing, like I said, out there in the trail, I think it's gonna be a contender for the time trial stuff, man. The 29ers. This thing was pretty quick out there. It felt very fast. The bike started out pretty tight, and by the end of the cat's meow, it started getting really loose. Something that I'm looking forward to with this bike is probably keeping the group set for right now and being able to actually dial this thing in and tune it. I wasn't too impressed with the grips. Those grips, although they look cool and they have a neat design to them, it just feels like you're gripping the bar. I'm a thin grip man, you guys all know that, but these things right here are like super thin, so if you're gonna get this bike, you might wanna look at some different grips. And also, we talk about points of contact, right? We're gonna be talking about these pedals. Those pedals are terrible, okay? My feet were slipping all over the place with the pedals. The tires I was actually pretty impressed with. They're CST Patrols. I was trying to think of that name out there. You know, we talk about the price range, $399 for what you pay for and what you get. I think it's pretty impressive, guys. Coming from a Walmart bike, that is. Now, the great thing about it, the two things that I just mentioned having that they're not very good, those are completely changeable and at an affordable price. You know what I'm saying? You guys want to look down the affiliate links below. We'll put some of my favorite pedals and my favorite grips down there, so maybe you guys can have some options. But man, the Kent Trouvaille, however the hell you want to say it, it did pretty good. It just needs it needs a little bit of love all over. You know, we definitely bottomed that fork out up front. It's a coil fork. It's heavy. You can feel that. But I was able to actually whip this bike around. I'm 5'5". The bike didn't feel huge for me, so that's a lot just saying that there. I'm impressed with the Kent. I really am. I'm happy with it. I'm looking forward to doing the time trial and getting to finally upgrade this thing.
So went from let down to impressed.
Went from let down, severely let down, and Wolfman behind the camera, very let down, to I'm very impressed. This is a bike that I could see somebody buying and putting out on trails close similar to this and riding it and feeling confident with it under them, you know. But all right, guys, until the next one, appreciate you guys watching. Dustin, thank you so much for getting this bike in our hands. I really appreciate you reaching out to the Wolfman.
Yes, thank you, Dustin.
All of Wolf Tech Nation, thank you guys so much for always supporting us, man. And please like, please subscribe. Check out the Buy Us a Cup of Coffee link below, and check out the Patreon. You guys might want to get a little extra content.
If you can handle it.
If you can handle it.
Little intense.
That's been another real-time review. Give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Looking forward to this.